I would say like a 4.
I got it.
Probably like a 3.
I would say around a 7 or 8.
On campus, all food scraps can be composted. So anything that you have left over from a meal you've gotten on campus that you've cooked with yourself, including meat, dairy, all of those types of things can go into compost bins on campus.
Scraps from the vegetables and such, they bring them out here to the composting area and they'll be bagged and they'll be put into the compost here. Like I say, just imagine the number of students that go through here and the amount of food they have to prep. And there's parts of the vegetables that most people don't cook, so those will go in here. All the compost has to either be open or in the green bags. That's why it's labeled for green compost bags. From here it goes to a facility, it's composted, then it's going to be resold as organic matter for flower beds, turf. We just recently actually redid the quad, and a lot of the organic matter that was in there is actually compost that would have come from a facility where this would have gone.
So you can compost in the commons, and then there's some back of house composting happening in True Grits. Eventually, it would be amazing if composting were happening in every academic building, every residence hall, so that there would always be the 3 bins: the compost, the recycling, the trash. Students can help with composting in a lot of ways. One, by looking for the existing compost infrastructure that we have on campus and utilizing it, and making sure that they're utilizing it properly.
And they said like compost is readily available, but then I was like, is that true? Have I just not been paying attention?
But it never really struck me before how inaccessible that is to a lot of people. Like, I have the luxury of being able to do it because I have a backyard and a lot of space where I have like 2 compost bins, and then I can use my compost. But like, if you live in an apartment or don't have room, you really can't do much with it.
The residential compost program that we have on campus, it's called Green Retrievers. We started it last year with a small pilot, and we've expanded it a little bit this year. So the way it works is that students who are interested can sign up at the beginning of each semester. They get a nice little compost bucket, a roll of compostable bags, and then a fact sheet that tells them what can and can't go in their bucket. And then when that bag is full, they take it off to one of 2 drop-off points. So we have those in the Commons and in True Grits right now for those students to drop off their compost. In the future, I would love to have more drop-off points for that, ideally in each residence hall, but that's something that we'll have to work up to as the program grows.
Even if we didn't compost, all those things that we are composting would have gone into our big blue dumpster back here and just sat here the same as this. Now, that dumpster gets emptied once a week. This will probably get emptied 2 to 3 times a week. In fact, the more we compost, the more we would get it emptied. So it's actually sitting around for less time than it would if it was in a dumpster going to the landfill.
I have to remind myself every day that this isn't normal, this isn't natural, it isn't inevitable, it doesn't have to be this way, it can be another way, like it can be this way.
A number of years ago, it was all about recycling, but the current wave is let's get composting going, let's get sustainability things going, and it all works together. But the composting, if this is the big issue right now, let's go ahead and get on it and get it taken care of.